The politics of Tokyo City, as the capital of the Empire of Japan, took place under special regulations that limited its local autonomy compared to other municipalities in Japan. In 1943, the city's independent institutions were eliminated altogether under the authoritarian Tōjō cabinet, and the administration was absorbed by the appointed government of Tokyo Prefecture. Historical background: as one of the three capitals, Santo, of Japan, Tokyo City was initially not allowed to elect its mayor when, albeit limited, local autonomy for Japanese municipalities was introduced in the Meiji era, mostly following a Prussian model. In the prefectures of Tokyo, Osaka and Kyoto, the appointed prefectural governor also took the role of mayor of the prefectural capital under a special imperial ordinance, the Shosei Tokure. Elections for the city council and the prefectural assembly took place as in other parts of the country, when one of the major goals of the freedom and people's rights movement, a national-level parliamentary representation, had been achieved in form of the Imperial Diet. Its constitutional successor parties, Minto, the civil or democratic parties opposed to the parties that supported the Meiji oligarchs in government. In the House of Representatives sought to repeal the imperial ordinance that barred the three largest cities from having independent mayors. But resistance from the House of Peers kept the regulation alive until 1898, when the upper house passed its abolition. From then on, the mayor of Tokyo City was appointed independently from the governor, and prefectural and city administration were separated. Finally, beginning in the 1920s, the mayor was elected by the city council from among its members. National representation: Tokyo City was initially represented by 9 members in the House of Representatives, the elected lower house of the Imperial Diet. In the initial election of 1890, Tokyo City's wards were distributed over 9 single-member electoral districts, Tokyo 1 to 9. In the early 20th century it elected 11 representatives in the Tokyo City district. During the short return to single-member districts in the elections of 1920 and 1924, the city was covered by 11 single-member districts. After that, Tokyo City, in its pre-1932 borders, elected 18 representatives in 4 districts. With the expansion of Tokyo City in 1932, it also extended into the 5th and 6th districts with 5 representatives each. As in many urban areas, liberal candidates from parties opposed to the dominating Seikai were relatively successful in Tokyo City. In the 1930s, Tokyo elected some socialist representatives to the House. In the last mostly free, pre-war general election of 1937, candidates from the Socialist Mass Party, Shukaitai Shuto, received the highest vote in Tokyo's 1st, 2nd, 4th, 5th and 6th districts, and finished second in the 3rd district, though a majority of votes and seats went to the Minsito, with the Seikai taking the second largest share. One prominent exception from Minsito's success in Tokyo City was Seikai candidate Ichiro Hatoyama, 2nd District, who later sided with the orthodox faction, liberal wing led by Kuhara, opposed to the militarist, progressive faction, in the Seikai split of 1939, and went on to play a major role in occupation and post-war democratic politics. Prefectural representation, as is the case today in designated sites. Tokyo City's wards served as multi-member electoral districts for the prefectural assembly, electing up to 5 assemblymen in every district under the 3 new regional laws, Chiho-san Shinpo, of 1878, that established the prefectural assemblies. Mayor: Tokyo City's first independent mayor was Hideo Matsuda, who was at the same time a progressive member of the House of Representatives. He served until 1903 and was succeeded by Yukio Ozaki, who is remembered in the United States for a gift of cherry trees that line the Potomac River in the District of Columbia. His 9-year administration also brought many improvements in infrastructure to Tokyo City. After that, Tokyo City had 7 different mayors until 1926, none of whom served for longer than 3 years. Elected mayors of Tokyo City include former Bank of Japan Governor Otohiko Ichiki, former Taku Shoku University President and Mi Governor Hijiro Nagata, and former Tokyo Governor Torataro Ashizuka. Tokyo City's last mayor was a general of the Imperial Army, Ayao Kishimoto, elected in August 1942. He oversaw the absorption of Tokyo City's independent institutions by the prefectural administration and in 1943 handed over to Governor Shigeo Odachi, who was now directly responsible to the central government. Council. The Tokyo City Council, Tokyo Shikai, was established in 1889 together with the city itself. As in Osaka and Kyoto, it had to face a governor who acted as mayor and the pre-existing ward chiefs, kucho, who were also appointed, not elected, and since there was no independent city administration, the council's authority was very limited until the separation of prefectural and city executive in 1898. See also: Politics of Tokyo, Tokyo Metropolitan Archives, Organizational History of Tokyo Prefectural and City Administration, Japanese, Wiki source, full text of the Shosei Tokure, full official title, further reading, Steiner, Kurt, 1965, Local Government in Japan, Stanford University Press, ISBN 0804702179, Tokyo City Council, 1932–1941, Tokyo Shikaishi, History of the Tokyo City Council, 9 volumes, partially published online in the National Diet Library's Kindai Digital Library, Volumes 1, 2, 3, 4 and 9.